All right, so we're gonna go check out a new area. We're gonna wander a little bit because that's what we like to do. So we're gonna go check an area out that I've never been to and see what's out there. So let's go. All right, look at all that silver in that rock. This is what started the legend of, I forget the guy's name, but basically he was making his way across the desert and dying of thirst. He's trying to head off to get to the mountains where he saw some trees and thought there was water. And as he's doing that, he was going across this barren chunk of ground and looked down and saw some pretty shiny rock, picked it up, and it was gold. And he loaded his mule with a bunch of it and made his way for the water. Got enough water to barely make himself to LA, actually San Bernardino. Got into San Bernardino and almost died. But was a very rich man. So he decided he'd come back out to the middle of this desert and try and find that little playa of gold, and never did. Just one of the stories that are told about this area. So people often ask me, how is it that I find these incredible petroglyphs in the middle of nowhere? My response is always the same. I look. And sometimes you get lucky. That's what I do. All right, so we are way deep here in the southeast Mojave Desert, and we came across this water troughs. I'm guessing that they're maintained by the Bureau of Land Management. But the reason that they're here is to collect water and keep that water cool for all the desert animals. And you can see underground there, I'm going to stay out of the way, there's a bunch of bees, and well, we know what happens with me with bees. Anyhow, the little critters can drink of the water that's in that well. All right, I am super deep in this beautiful desert, and I'm heading off to an area that looks to have a very interesting cave. So I'm gonna go check that out. And then I'm looking off in the distance, and I'm not sure if what I'm seeing is a mass of rocks covered in petroglyphs, but anyhow, we're gonna see what we can discover. It's kind of hot, but unfortunately the road's ended, so all I get to do is hike. So here we go. This valley is alive with bees, but I'm looking at that over there. That is interesting over there. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, a little further up the mountain here, there's the entrance to that cave. That cave's got a ledge, and very interesting. All right, let's make our way on over. Making our way up to this cave here. Let's see what we got. Wow. All right, definitely a couple of rocks up in there. That's kind of neat. There's definitely a little cave. There's a bunch of rocks at the bottom that did not come from that cave. You can see them right there. Interesting. All right, folks, well, there you have it. Here in the middle of an absolutely beautiful valley breathtakingly beautiful, honestly. I found this small cave, but this is a cave that very definitely was actively used by maybe shaman, although I'm not really seeing any petroglyphs in here that would tell me that it was being used by shaman. There's an interesting white material on the roof, and I'm not sure if that's smoke or what that is, but anyhow, definitely very interesting. So, like I always say, if you find yourself in the middle of the desert, deep in this desert, in this case, with an incredible view of the Colorado River Valley, well, if you're like me, you probably found yourself at home. Remember, it's always better to wander than it is to wonder. Good night.